Wakey, wakey.
Your school days.
Morning, Carisha. Morning, miss.
Love them.
I got it right on the calculator. I know how to do fractions now.
Or loathe them.
Hello, intervention room. Place of pain.
That's not fair.
You never forget them.
Dominic, perhaps you'd like to tell me what you're doing with that chair?
At this big city school in East London, things are changing.
Rivaldo, lesson. Morning.
There's a new head teacher.
In silence, please, year 10.
With a plan to inspire the kids of the capital.
We've got 900 pupils, bags and bags of potential, but not a lot of self-belief.
Sir, I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
Right, come on, let's do today.
Every child in this school deserves to succeed.
Are you excited?
And our job is to make sure we get it right for every single one of them.
But when you're dealing with teenagers,
Whoa.
life's never straightforward.
Come on, sweetie, don't cry.
I want to know what it is that's troubling you so much.
We filmed over the year to find out what life is really like in our secondary schools.
If we can't get to a point where you can understand why your behaviour was wrong, I'll have to exclude you.
For the teachers.
Guys, in all seriousness, I am having a nervous breakdown.
I love you, miss.
And the kids.
Can I bring a pillow into the exam?
No.
At the very start of adult life.
It's banter.
I know it's only banter. This is the time for work hard.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, new carpet.
Miss Smith came to Frederick Bremer School 18 months ago. It's her first job as a head teacher.
Why I wanted to be a head teacher?
Why would you want to be a head teacher? It's a mad job. Right, what shoes shall I wear today? When I started here, there was an awful lot of work to do. The results were nowhere near good enough, nowhere near what these kids are capable of achieving. But the opportunity to shape a school is a really exciting one. Too depressing. It's more like it.
Good morning. Let's get your coats off, hats off, please.
I am proud of the school, because schools aren't just about getting exam results, it's about creating happy, successful and resilient young people who have got the skills to go and do battle in that tough old world out there.
Good morning. I'm going to count down and then I'm locking the gates.
In her mission to improve the school, Miss Smith is backed up by a team of over 100 staff.
I need to tuck your shirt in, you look a mess.
If you're not in uniform on Monday, I'm going to put you in the exclusion room.
Including Mr. Palumbo.
Sir, I'll have my blazer on Monday, I just don't have it today. You see that? He raised his fist at me.
Assistant head.
You're the last person in if you keep running.
Miss Hillman.
Faster than that, and to cut out the cigarettes, mate.
Deputy head. And one of her latest recruits, Mr. Bisfam.
Hey, nonny.
Who's new to teaching.
Gentlemen, come in.
Miss Smith took him on 18 months ago as part of a learn-on-the-job training placement.
When I first met Mr. Bisfam, I was really impressed by his passion.
Let's look ready. Let's get going. He's got our grooves on. Ready to learn.
But he was quite intimidated by what was ahead of him, because the thought of suddenly being in front of 30 year 9s is a big old ask.
Fight the power.
How would you describe your style?
50% stand-up and 50% motivational speeches.
Wakey.
I want them to sort of dance in and ready to learn and, you know... Mr. Bisfam, you're amazing.
OK, right. Listen up. We are now into our third week of Much Ado About Nothing. We've watched it, we've had a look at a bit of context.
Joseph.
That is my name.
You actually look like one.
So are you Jewish?
No, I'm not Jewish.
So
OK.
you look Turkish.
Yes, he doesn't. He doesn't look Turkish.
He does look like Turkish.
He looks Mauritian. No, not Mauritian. What is it? Cypresian. He looks like Cypresian, whatever it's called.
Right, Cypriot.
Yeah,
I'm not any of those things. Right. Year 9.
My biggest challenge is that Year 9 class. The Year 9 girls are a force of nature.
What are you doing?
Hiding from Tiana.
Shazza, Tiana, Acacia, Summer.
Year 9. This is taking too long.
I don't know, but I think without us, then, like, the class would be a bit boring.
Keisha.
What?
Girls.
It's only banter.
And it is banter.
I know it's only banter, but this is not the time for banter.
Sorry.
This is the time for work hard.
How would the kids describe you, do you reckon?
I think that's a really good question.
He looks like a little teddy bear with a bald head and with a little beard.
It's quite funny when he loses his temper.
He gets really frustrated and he goes, he's stressing.
His lips like go all in and like...
Even his bald bit goes bright red, everything. It's so funny.
I think you can tell if the teacher's new.
Yeah.
Only because they're like...
Jumpy.
I wouldn't want to be a new teacher.
How does Shakespeare portray attitudes to women in Act 4, Scene 1? Year 9! Year 9, Year 9, Year 9, Year 9.
I would challenge anyone to stand in front of those girls and not be a little bit daunted.
I think it's best stressful for Sir. He's always flustering around in the class.
Shut up.
So that's rude.
Tawny is one of Mr Bisfam's most vocal Year 9s.
Don't breathe.
Tawny's always singing. When it goes quiet in class, you can just hear the dulcet tones of Tawny. It's quite sweet, really.
At the end of Year 9, Tawny hopes to leave Frederick Bremer. She's recently auditioned for the Performing Arts Brit School in South London.
Can we do to work, please?
Oh, you're such a good girl.
I want to go to the Brit School, hopefully go university, or hopefully before all that as my mum says, get noticed in the crowd. What does it mean?
I don't know, it sounds good though, doesn't it?
Fantastic! I want to be either a singer or an actress, or possibly both. I wouldn't mind being in EastEnders. I could be Bianca's long-lost sister or something.
No, you're not. You can't Miss Hillman once now. Come. I don't know. Is there anything you're not supposed to have in? Earrings? Get them out?
Since she's auditioned for the Brit School, Tawny's desire to stand out from the crowd has caught the eye of Deputy Head Miss Hillman.
No, you're not allowed no piercings at all.
You stay there and Miss will see you in a minute, all right?
I don't see what's the point of not having no piercings, because it's not going to affect no learning at the end of the day.
Right, so you need to comply with the school rules and you need to take the piercing out. And if you get into the Brit School, and I really hope that you do, then that's fantastic. But at the moment, you're at Frederick Bremer. You see, it's an interesting one about your reference to the Brit School as well, because if I was writing that reference, I would have so many glowing things to say about you, but I would say at the bottom, sometimes Tawny finds it difficult to follow school procedures, because I would have no option other than to do that. So I want to make sure that you are absolutely crystal clear what this will mean if you don't take it out.
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did the interview go?
Yeah, it was all right. My nan was like, she's a determined girl.
Did she go with you, your nan?
Yeah.
You are a very determined girl, and that's why we're in this situation at the moment, because you are a determined girl. But that determination about the wrong things will not lead to greatness at all. All right, bye-bye.
Right. Good morning. Is it worth saying anything about piercing?
Well, I'm on a bit of a piercing mish.
Because I'm wondering whether it's worth saying to staff that the only piercing allowed is single in the earlobe.
I'm so anal about
But the year 9s are all getting
I'm anal about my piercing.
It's a new one.
Sorry.
Nigel, don't go there.
I would like you to imagine you are a hero.
It's mid-morning, and Mr. Bispham has his Year 9 class.
Yeah, what would you say as a modern person?
He joined Frederick Bremer 18 months ago through the Teach First scheme after leaving a career in politics.
I became increasingly disaffected with the political sphere. I mean, it's quite self-serving and not really making a difference, which is what I wanted to do.
I want you to write your own response to Claudio if you got called a rotten orange and a wonton, which means a prostitute.
This term, he's trying to engage his Year 9s in Shakespeare.
Teaching Shakespeare is a challenge. They just don't see how it's relevant to them. They don't understand its power. They're just like, what? But if you bring it alive, they'll learn. And I really fundamentally believe that.
So I can't wait to perform this.
Yes, so can I.
I would like everyone to stand up.
Yes!
I want you all to direct the most angry response that you can when I say the lines. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's by the side and semblance of her runner. Go!
What's that? Me, a rotten orange? Are you mad? No! Hey!
So don't come here and talk any rubbish to me in my face, yeah?
Idiotic boy!
I'll stab you in your penis.
Call me a wonton.
Oh! You're having me as a wife, innit?
Guys, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Why are you singing for?
Get out! Can everyone get to their seats, please?
Stop it!
Okay, so back to your seats. 3, 2, 1.
When it goes wrong, and especially when it goes spectacularly wrong, I mean, your heart plummets. You've worked on this lesson. You've wanted it to be good. You're also concerned about the progress that these kids are showing, and then it falls to pot.
Every time I turned my back, something was happening that was quite, frankly, dangerous. I'm waiting for a second till I think the people are ready to listen.
Well, I think we're all ready to listen.
I don't at the moment, Sonia. Acacia's not ready to listen.
We are ready to listen.
When I first started teaching, it feels like a million years ago, it wasn't actually that long ago. Yeah, it was hard, because I came in with an absolute idealism of why I wanted to do the job. And actually, what you realise very quickly is it's really hard to balance the idealism with the difficulties of dealing with a group of adolescents. It's really actually bloody hard, this job.
I don't want to be an ordinary teacher. I don't want to be coming in to get a paycheck, rolling out a lesson that I've done before that's going to get them past their exams but not going to inspire any interest. But there's so much I find really challenging about the job. See you later.
Mr. Bispham, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I don't know how you feel about this, that I need to come and do a lesson observation.
Yeah, fine.
Particularly interested in your Year 9 class.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Brilliant.
It's Monday lunchtime. And practice for Tawny and the rest of the school choir.
What's in your head? It doesn't matter. Everyone stand with your hands behind, like professionals.
Tawny's still waiting to hear if she's got into the Brit School, but she's not the only one that's auditioning. Her best friend Alice is also competing for a place.
Well, we've known each other all our lives because we live next to each other. So we always used to shout at each other.
She used to jump her trampoline, I used to climb on my fence. Give her a day look.
I like having my hair and face done, but I'm not going to lose weight because somebody tells me to. I make music to be a musician, not to be on the cover of Playboy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
She's good at singing, acting, and she's good at dancing.
Miss, I've got an audition tomorrow, so I'm not in school.
What's your audition for?
The Brit School.
You'll break my heart if you leave.
Yeah, don't tell no one now. No one's supposed to know.
If she got in and I didn't, I'd be really upset. And I keep thinking about it, and it's just It makes my heart pump a lot because it gets me scared, yeah. Bye, see you. Not everyone knows about the Brit School. It's like, if I don't get in, then I have to go through people winding me up about it. So it's best if no one knows about it.
The answer is dreams.
Oh, I had a lot of dreams.
Everyone stand up.
I like standing up.
In 4 weeks, Mr Bispham has an observation of his Year 9 class with head teacher Miss Smith. This term, he's using role play to engage them in Shakespeare.
One of you is Benedict and the other is Beatrice. I would like you to practice how you think these lines should be said to each other. Off you go.
But keep your way.
I think Tawny has got a lot of talents. You know, she's quite an actress, projects her voice very well, to be honest with you. Always at the right time.
Move, man!
You have to have key characters come with you, and if you've got them, they will take the whole class with them. So if I can get her on side, you know, I am happy and confident we're going to have a great lesson.
Who would like to have a go at showing people how they think it should be read? Tawny, up you go.
Okay.
Gianna, face, turn and face. Line 104.
I'm going to start laughing.
Tawny, come on, you want to do it. Right, Tawny.
Sorry.
They wouldn't have this at the Brit School, would they now?
So why are you saying that?
Because you said to me you want to... That's what you said to us at the beginning of the year.
Why are you paying it?
What?
Oh, my God. I don't want to do it.
Don't worry, some people didn't hear it.
No,
Tawny.
I don't care. That's pissed me off.
I don't even know what he said.
Stop!
Well, to me it is. This is... No one knows about it. What did he say? Nothing. I'm not going to carry on what he said. Why am I going to bait out what he said? If you didn't hear, then you fucking didn't hear. Dickhead. Because I'm pissed off.
Everyone sit down. Everyone sit down. Right, OK. Sasita, Layla, Andre, Sahib, Tay, Rabil. Leave them on the front, someone will collect them in a second. Tawny,
Yeah,
look at me.
I don't want to.
Why are you angry at me?
Because no one knows that I've auditioned for the Brit School. Because if
I didn't know
don't
you'd
get it-
audition for the Brit School.
So how did you know?
Because I was referring to the fact that, remember at the beginning of the year, you were talking about how you really, really wanted to go to the Brit School. Now, I was just trying to encourage you to do some drama. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't have brought it up. Do you accept my apology?
Yes.
You can't swear at people, Tawny. Right, you're being quite rude now.
'Cause
I
I'm
spoke to you
annoyed.
nothing but calmly.
Sorry.
Pardon? But I would
Sorry.
like it to be a proper apology, not just you looking at your bag, Tawny. I'd like you to...
Sorry, sir.
OK, I really, really appreciate that apology. And you accept mine?
Yeah.
Want to shake on her? You don't want to shake on her? Why not?
I don't want to. Morgan, have you seen Alice or anyone?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just tired. It's just a series of shit lessons today. I had a massive row with Tawny earlier.
Shazza, where's Alice? Alice! I was doing some drama work and then he was like, come on, Tawny, if you're not going to get into Brit School if you're not going to do that. In front of everyone? Yeah.
That was a good point. They wouldn't have it at a drama school. If you got up to perform and you just started giggling and being silly, they wouldn't have it. I said, you're going to need to apologise to me, and she eventually did. I think I dealt with it quite well.
Because we all make mistakes, and that's
Yeah.
the, you know.
She needs to learn she can't act like that in the class.
Mm.
Jenny, where are you?
I'm just down on the street.
I'll pop down and see you now.
It's mid-morning, and there's been a serious incident in school.
Girl has sent semi-naked photos of herself to a student, and Acacia's put them on Facebook. Topless.
Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen
No,
it.
they've described it.
Yeah, face, boobs.
If you were Beatrice, you might use the term cold blood. Hello, miss.
Hello, sir. Can I take Acacia, please?
Acacia, Miss wants to speak to you.
Head teacher Miss Smith has called Year 9 Acacia to her office. She's been accused of posting a semi-naked photo of another girl on Facebook.
I'm going to ask you a direct question, and I want an honest response, OK? Did you put a picture on Facebook yesterday?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she used to be rude to me, and she used to call me stuff, and I didn't like it.
And where did you get the picture from?
From Facebook.
Then you made the decision to put it on your Facebook.
Yeah, and then I deleted it straight away because I felt bad.
Okay, you know what you've done is a criminal act.
I didn't know that.
It's against the law to distribute pictures of naked young people. Okay, and that's really, really serious.
I don't know.
If that was an adult who had done it, they would be looking at going to prison. You have to have a tough line on social media because they have to be exposed to the dangers that they're placing themselves in. Things can get around to thousands of people in seconds. It's the only thing we can do to make them learn and not make that mistake.
As punishment, Acacia will be temporarily excluded from school for up to 3 days. Miss Smith will also deal with the students that initially uploaded the photograph. Acacia is sent to Miss Hillman to discuss her exclusion.
I uploaded it for like 3 minutes, and like 60-odd people has already seen it and liked it, and then I was just like, oh my gosh. Because on Facebook I have like over 1,000 people on it.
You've got 1,000 friends on Facebook. How many of those people do you consider to be your friends? Proper friends, true friends?
Like 6.
Now, listen. I've spoken to Miss Smith, and Miss Smith wants you out of school for a day tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
As an exclusion. And I think that's the right decision.
If I get excluded tomorrow, I don't live with my mum.
You're not living with mum? Who are you living with?
I live with my aunt.
Right.
No, my mum's really sick.
Right, OK. So where's mum at the moment? I know she's ill, but where is she at the moment?
In Harrow.
In hospital, or?
Yeah.
Right, OK. OK, I understand that that's a horrible and difficult situation to be in, but we have to make a phone call to your carer.
OK.
Acacia's mum has a chronic condition that affects her digestive system. She's been in hospital for the last 10 weeks after undergoing emergency surgery.
She's been poorly for like, I think, 7 years now. The surgery didn't go too great, so my mum's even worse than before. Like, things were kind of sad, but I just go to school and then I try not to think about it.
Due to Acacia's home situation, Miss Hillman decides that she can serve her punishment in the school intervention room.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Ça va, madame?
Ça va bien, merci. How's your lesson?
Muy bien.
I'm having a nervous breakdown. Guys, in all seriousness, I am having a nervous breakdown. You'll bring it on.
It's Friday, and Mr. Bispham has 2 weeks until Miss Smith observes his lesson.
Beatrice was a perfect example of a backwards Tudor woman.
Acacia is back in class, and since falling out with Mr. Bispham over her Brit School audition, Tawny's behaviour has been deteriorating.
Stop it. People trying to focus.
You're moving the table, what?
Who are you to be putting your hands up in my face? Don't check on my name, because this girl's pissing me off.
Tawny, leave, please. I think I imagined teaching being difficult. I don't think I ever really imagined the type of difficulty that would be involved.
Tawny, I am going to have to put you into departmental parking.
What, and have a detention after school?
And you'll have a detention.
For God's sake. Yeah, but the fact
You
is
get 3
everyone
warnings.
swears. Everyone swears.
I can't talk to the back of your head. So I'm going to ask one more time, please turn around.
In the weaker moments, I think, can I do this? If you're not achieving, it's hard to take. I've seriously thought about leaving teaching altogether and starting a normal job.
Just all exhausting, isn't it?
Oh, gosh, I know.
I don't know how you do it for such a long period of time.
What, you mean years and years?
Yeah. And I know you guys do it, and it may be like man up, but it takes so much energy out of me. I mean, I'm asleep on the sofa most nights by 9, just lying there passed out, like, I've got no life.
It does get easier.
Yeah.
You're right, Tony.
Yeah.
Someone said you were having a bad day.
Yeah.
What are you upset about?
Didn't get in a bit of school.
Oh, babe, when did you find out?
Saturday.
Oh, I know you had your heart set on it, didn't you? What about Alice, did she?
She got in.
She did? Oh, God, that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, babe. Well, listen, deep breaths, and, you know, sometimes these things make us stronger, resilience. Yeah. All right, darling.
Right. It was just one A4 piece of paper. I didn't read it all, I just looked down to look for, like, you know, them words like unfortunately or something like that. And then I saw that and I just knew that I didn't get in. Me and my mum kept thinking that maybe they've sent the wrong letter or something, but I don't think that's happened.
Yeah, I'm leaving here. I'm going out.
No, you're not leaving here.
Yeah, I am. I got into the Brits.
When I found out that Alice got in, it hit me more. She was like, have you got your letter from the Brits? And I was like, not yet, because I was just a bit embarrassed. If I do get a second chance, I'll know if I've got in or not, because if you've got in, then you've got a bigger envelope, and if you haven't, then you've just got a little one.
Okay, when I leave, you can sign my tab. I'm going to the Brit school, sign me.
I'm excited. Like, I just want to start now.
Look at me now.
It's quite hard because I want to talk about it all the time because I'm excited, but then I don't want her to feel like I'm showing off or anything. I don't know, like, I feel really sorry for her.
I'm not touching the walls.
I'm talking now. It's Tuesday morning. Mr. Bispham has just over a week until his observation with Miss Smith, and he's bringing a new discipline to the classroom.
Last lesson, you had one of the worst lessons you'd had as a group this year. Summer?
Sorry, sir.
I'm still talking. Today, you're going to be working independently. You're not going to be talking. You're going to experience what the alternative is like.
Skiing.
I don't want your opinions. Why are people talking? I want this Year 9 class to demonstrate that people learn better when it's more fun and more interactive. But you've got to behave in a way that allows that to happen, otherwise people will tell me that it's not. Is everyone clear on that? Yeah. Are we all clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Good.
It was the worst of English. Never again.
I said follow instructions.
He didn't even want to talk to any of us. Yeah, he was so grumpy. It was just so unbelievable, like, is this Mr. Bispham?
And then everyone was just talking about, oh, it might be family problems or something like that.
All
right, the connective I'm going to use, or the sentence starter I'm going to use, that's comparative. So I'll use similarly or furthermore.
I think it affects their learning, because if it's something's boring, no one's going to want to do it.
Now you can all pack up.
Let me go the other way.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because I need your support.
It's options night for Year 9. And a chance for all students and parents to discuss what subjects they want to take for GCSEs. Acacia's mum has been released from hospital to attend.
The hospital gave me such aggravation to come, you know.
That's because they're always making a fuss about how you're trying to escape.
They tried to say to me I couldn't go with the morphine.
I'm going.
No, she said it starts in 10 minutes. So we wait. Let's go over here.
My mum wants me to do really good in school, go college, go university, and then be successful and make her rich.
No crazy wheeling me off the balcony. This is travelling in style, honey. Are you down for drama?
Huh?
You're down for drama, aren't you? Drama helps you interact, it helps you with interviews, it helps you
get along with
team members. That's right. What level do you think she's at?
I don't want miracles, I just want solid.
We're aiming for miracles, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're aiming.
What's the point in that?
She can't do things that normal parents can do.
You've got a lovely daughter. Oh, thank you. They're all lovely when they're in the mood.
I remember before when she was just normal, we used to go out all the time, have parties. She was so happy and fun and stuff. But now she can't do any of that. And it's sad because my little brother, he's 7, and he doesn't really know how my mum was before.
Because I'm not interested in where we are in performance tables. That's not my motivator. My motivator is about every single one of you leaving.
It's the next day, and Miss Hillman wants to make sure that Acacia is coping now that her mum has returned to hospital.
Last week, I went to see my mum every day.
And you're managing?
Yeah.
And you're eating properly while all this is going on?
Yeah, because on the way back, we go and get something.
Healthy food or McDonald's food?
Sometimes McDonald's.
Right. When's the homework happening?
Okay, the homework is a bit of a problem, but I'm going to wake up earlier to come to school and
There
do
are
it.
only 24 hours in a day. Is there any point in this when you're going to fall apart?
I don't really fall apart like that.
If you feel you need somebody, will you promise me that you'll tell me?
Yeah.
I think particularly for children like Acacia, when life is crazy, there's so much going on, whatever the situation might be, school is a great normaliser. You know, you walk through the gates of this school and it's normal. The bells are still going, the lessons are still going on, you're still going to get shouted at if you're late. We will be here doing the same thing, providing that education, and I think that's really important for Acacia. Promise you'll let me know?
Yeah.
All right, and I hope the weekend goes really well.
Okay.
And it's a really nice Mother's Day. Thanks, my love.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right, rabble. Right, I'm not rabble. It means not Scrabble. But if it was Scrabble, I would beat you out and out. I'm a Scrabble champion. Oh, I would.
It's a big day for Mr. Bispham. He has an observation of his Year 9 English class with head teacher Miss Smith and assistant head Miss Higgins.
I can't remember where I'm sit. I haven't got seating plans. We changed it not that long ago. Just because they're annoying me. And I don't remember where they sit. It's terrifying. They've trusted you in their school and they've believed in you. And this is your chance to prove you're doing it right.
Guys, can we line up quietly, please?
The results of this observation will count towards the final assessment of his 2-year placement.
There's post-it notes. Hi, bonjour. There's post-it notes with your name on the seat you're going to be sitting. Sorry about the delay, mister. OK, if you can take a seat where the post-it note with your name is on it, please.
I will imagine that Mr. Bisfam's very nervous about his observation. He's not been teaching for very long, and he's got the head teacher and Mrs. Higgins, who's probably the most awesome teacher in the school, coming in to observe his lesson. And I would be quite scared of Miss Higgins coming in to watch my lesson.
Can I explore what makes successful persuasive writing? That's what we're really looking at. We're going to get the ball involved now. Ooh, exciting. I am going to pass the ball to someone, and they're going to tell me a persuasive technique. Oh.
You're an idiot. You've done that on purpose.
Careful, Tammin.
Emotive language.
Emotive language. Do you know what? Can you remember what that is?
I feel that for him, nervous, but then I know he's gonna do okay.
So it doesn't work for you?
No.
But can you see how that might work for other readers?
Yeah.
The whole class want to like put effort into it and make him proud because he's putting all this effort in for us to get our levels up, so he deserves that back.
Do you find this helpful?
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
We want the other teachers to see that he's a good teacher because he is a good teacher.
Yeah, because he is.
It's just, I don't know, thank you in a way.
Does it grab your attention in a way of finding out someone's only got one lung? It's going to make you directly think about that effect of smoking, isn't it? Yeah. Smelling isn't that bad. Compared to it costing you money, compared to it being killed. Anecdotes. So you shouldn't smoke. I've got a mate, Dave, who got cancer. That is an example of an anecdote.
I should. Do you want to step outside? What happened? Keisha, take a deep breath. Come on. What's making you so upset? Because I don't like seeing you like this.
Miss Diane. I just was just thinking about it.
You were thinking about it during the lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I always cry, but I don't cry in front of people.
Do you want to go and talk to someone? Because I'm not going to let you just stay being upset all day.
I just want to go to the bathroom.
You know we're all here to support you, yeah? OK, go and get yourself sorted out. You can use those toilets. She's just come over a bit upset about her mum.
OK,
so she's just gone to wash her face, but she's going to come back in again.
I didn't think about that. Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah.
I don't know why this would have... She just said...
My contents, there's some stuff about cancer now.
Oh, OK.
Which I didn't think about.
OK. Right.
Oh, dear.
She said she's all right to come back in. She's just going to go and sort herself out.
OK, I'll speak to her in a minute, then.
Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
We're going to go.
Oh,
We'll
thanks,
catch up
man.
with you then,
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
You all right, hon? Come here. You all right to go back in? Do you want to go and speak to anyone today? Are you sure? I didn't think she looked right when she came in.
Poor thing.
I know.
Acacia? Acacia? Do you speak to me outside? Do you just want to sit here? Let me leave you alone. OK. Close your books. I'll collect them in a... Who's going to collect them? Who's going to collect them? Who is going to collect... Actually, you can put them in the box as you leave.
It's the day after Mr. Bisfam's observation, and he's come in early to get feedback from Miss Smith. Acacia's breakdown in class is still on his mind.
Acacia's a really sweet girl who is dealing with some horrible situations. I never came into this job to upset people. You really don't want people feeling like that in your class.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Do you want to shut the door? Okay, are you ready? Okay, so, first of all, it'd be helpful if you could just go through what you think went well.
Yeah.
And if with that magical benefit of hindsight, what you would do differently if you had to do it again.
Obviously, with Acacia, that was a little bit thoughtless, having something like that, and then knowing her situation and knowing how that could affect her. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go through a few bits of feedback. I mean, the first thing to remember in terms of an observation is you've only been teaching for 18 months without any training whatsoever. What I think to work on is things like shouting out and making sure you do insist on standard English, correct?
Yeah.
So somebody said, and I think it was Jessica at one point, oh, it's bare long, man. Well, as an English teacher, particularly, you need to address...
Absolutely, it should be...
You need to address that.
Yeah.
However, we wouldn't have known that you were a second-year teacher first at looking at that lesson.
No, thank you.
Okay? You know, they're not easy kids. You've got some very, you know, girls who can be very challenging. However, it's quite evident that they've made quite a lot of progress as a result of the teaching that they've received.
One of the questions I asked them was, do you like English? All of them said yes. 18 months in, I think that's really good.
Thank you.
Where we would judge that lesson as being, well, we would judge that lesson as being a good lesson across the 3 strands, okay? Which, for where you are at the moment, is phenomenal. I am really excited about the potential that you're showing in the classroom.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you very much.
I'll see you later.
See you
Thanks,
later,
guys.
Joe.
That's brilliant.
Cheers.
Good morning, Mohammed.
Morning.
Good. Across the board.
Excellent.
I got my feedback. Good. Across the board.
Excellent. Well done, sir. Really well.
Cheers. All right. Got my feedback. Got good.
Joe is a very, very reflective teacher and will probably overthink what happened with Acacia. I think it doesn't matter how hard you try, there is always going to be something that you might do in a lesson which will trigger something in a pupil. But the most important thing is we have the support in place, ready to help kids when they need it.
It's break time.
Hi, Brad. Very nice. Great. Do you have them threaded? Yeah.
Acacia and home support worker Miss Austin are waiting to see Miss Hillman.
Miss Smith is a little concerned about you. She said you were really upset. You know, I think it's really important that someone in school is a kind of person, even if it's mostly about the academic stuff, or allowing you the opportunity to use a phone to ring your mum if you need to. And I think Miss Austin's the best person to do that. So how do you feel about that? You wouldn't dare say no in front of me.
No, I like
feelings.
her.
You like her?
Oh,
that's good. Yeah, she's all right. She's okay. She'll do. She's made it clear at the moment she doesn't want that counsellor relationship where someone really gets in under the surface. So let's park that and let's tackle your homework. Let's tackle your progress in lessons.
Where's your planner?
I don't have one.
Yeah, things like things like the planner, that everyday dialogue and those great relationships between staff and students happen all the time, and I think that's what makes the fabric of this school. The little pep talks, I think they are absolutely, crucial to building the resilient, bright, aspirational kids that leave our school.
Tawny, could I speak to you a second? You're not in trouble. I heard about your news from the Brit School. I'm really disappointed for you, but I'm also really glad because I enjoy having you in class. Plenty of people that have been successful that didn't go to the Brit School, Tawny.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah? So don't get too down on it and keep working hard at school because it's still important, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm not going to stop my drama. I'm going to try and do shows and that, try and get noticed. But obviously, if I ain't getting nowhere, then I've got my backup plan to do hairdressing.
Year 9, end of year GCSE style exam.
We're going to make our work better than everyone else in the school. Yeah? Connor's like, yeah, of course we are.
I think they are beginning to see that I am really doing all this stuff for them. Nathan, you can go. Brian, you can go. Ibrahim, you can go. Rabil, you can go. Acacia, you can go. Tawny, you can go. You know, it's not a battle anymore. It's turning into a partnership, which is exciting.
Now I gotta cut loose, footloose, kick off your Sunday shoes.
There's been some real lows that have really made me consider, is this what I want to do? But the idea of moving away from these kids and this school now, it just feels all wrong.
I'm telephone loose. Cut foot loose. Bollocks. My bus.
Just let my love adore you.
Please stop singing, please. Do you really feel this way about him? You must not allow such a time waster to brainwash you. Love cannot exist. I'm thankful for my cold blood, because I shall not experience such pain. You okay? Oh hero, how many times must I warn you before you bother to marry? Oh hero.
But I love him. All written by Casey, by the way. Thank you very much.
Next time,
Halil. Donut, you got no nuts.
the trouble with boys.
We've all had haircuts that have been haircuts from hell.
From one of the youngest
Sometimes I just can't control myself.
to one of the eldest.
I'm not coming in on Wednesday. I'm going to ignore that, Lamar.
It's time for the boys to become men.
Criminal. Police. Criminal.
You can get to know more about the staff of Frederick Grammar School in our exclusive video interviews online. Head to channel4.com/EastEnd. Now, a pause for thought tomorrow night as 8 out of 10 cats are doing Countdown. The brand new series starts at 9. The cows are battling back next tonight, though. First-time farmers on the way.